So although the small commercial van segment doesn't always get a lot of attention in the media, this is a very popular choice among consumers who have small businesses. I'm at the 2018 Chicago Auto Show where Ford has just unveiled the refreshed 2019 Ford Transit Connect. Let's take a first look. So the current Transit Connect made its debut in 2014, and this is the second generation model. So for 2019, Ford is giving this vehicle a pretty thorough refresh. You can see starting at the front end, this is where you're going to notice all the design changes. It's kind of adopting a lot of the new design language we've seen from Ford, especially on the new Fusion, the new Edge. It's got the new grille, it's got these new headlights with LED accents. This particular one is the top of the line titanium, so it has a bi-xenon function, which is definitely nice. You'll also have fog lights here, along with the updated front fascia. Now, this van, Ford says, is very popular among baby boomers, which kind of surprised me. That's their target for the market on this vehicle. I kind of expected Ford to at least go for the Generation X and Generation Y buyers, since manufacturers are always looking for younger buyers. But you know, Ford says with baby boomers, a lot of them are starting their own businesses, which is why this one's always been the kind of the vehicle of choice. There are a good amount of choices in the segment if you want something like this, although the Transit Connect kind of owns the market in terms of sales. Now you can see you can take your pick with this car between kind of like a wagon like this one, which seats up to 7 people, or a cargo commercial vehicle, and it's available in 3 different trims. This one here is the top of the line titanium. You can choose between XL, XLT, and titanium. You can see the titanium has these nice dark finish 17-inch wheels. It's offered in 2 different wheelbase sizes, and you know, honestly, although it's a van, the interior is very roomy and it's not that big on the outside. That's what makes the Transit Connect super successful. It's very tall, so you have lots of space on the interior, but it's not quite as big as today's huge minivans or those big commercial vehicles like the Ford Transit. Now, looking at the rear of the vehicle, you can see here it has updated tail lights. It has some new badging here, especially with the titanium trim like this one. And they even come with a trailer hitch from the factory, because Ford says this will tow up to 2,000 pounds, which makes it one of the best towing and payload capacities in the industry. So in addition to the styling changes, Ford has made some changes underneath the hood. Now the base engine is still a 2-liter 4-cylinder engine, which Ford didn't disclose any horsepower or torque figures. It's basically the same motor in the Ford Focus. It is paired with an all-new 8-speed automatic transmission. Now the big news is the new diesel engine option. Now this is actually a new engine that Ford introduced on the EcoSport in Europe just a couple of months ago. It's a 1.5-liter diesel 4-cylinder with about 120 horsepower and 200 pound-feet of torque. Now Ford says they're targeting about 30 miles per gallon, which would make it the best in the segment, and it's also paired exclusively with a new 8-speed automatic transmission. So on the inside of the all-new Transit Connect, you can see if you're looking for a passenger vehicle like this wagon version, it kind of offers a nice alternative to these big minivans that people tend to choose if you are looking for a family vehicle. This titanium model is surprisingly nice, and this is where you're going to notice the most changes for this refreshed model. The interior's just been completely redone. I really like the new floating center stack display. It's a 6.5-inch Sync 3 Connect display with Android Auto, with Apple CarPlay. It also will have Amazon Alexa. Ford has been introducing that in the latest Sync products. And overall, I mean, the dash layout hasn't really changed, but I like the way the new screen is laid out here. You have dual zone climate control, and the materials, they're hard touch plastic. I didn't really expect them to be nice. It is hard touch plastic there, although it's padded right here. Now, some new tech features. There's push button start with intelligent access. That's a new feature which Ford didn't offer before. You can also get a lot of driver assistance tech features, from blind start monitoring, automatic emergency braking, adaptive cruise control. I mean, those features are kind of class exclusive in this segment. No other vehicle really offers it, so Ford's kind of leading the way in terms of technology. Now, this all-new Transit Connect will go on sale in the 3rd quarter of this year with no pricing yet announced. The old one started at just under 20 grand, and I imagine this loaded one's probably going to be closer to maybe even a little over 30. But you know, with the amount of technology, the amount of practicality, and the smaller footprint, I think this will be one successful vehicle for Ford when it does come to market. For Redline Reviews at the 2018 Chicago Auto Show, I'm Sophion Bay.